is my finished pattern. It's in rough shape, and I want to make sure nothing happens to it. So I got it copied and digitized. But there are a number of issues, which you can see marked up. The seam allowance is completely off at the center for the back piece, and also by around 1/8 along the waist on multiple other pieces. Garments have a designated seam allowance, so they fit the way the designer intended. See here, if there's more seam allowance, then it fits tighter or shorter, depending on if the seam is vertical or horizontal. This is probably the number one issue when the sample doesn't fit as expected. Since there is no standard seam allowance, anytime someone new is working with your pattern, you probably want to call that out. The center back has a large seam allowance. This is so, on the pants, you can let it out if you gain weight. You can also see this back pattern doesn't match the original. They added some fabric to the center back seam. And lastly, they've switched the label of the right and left waistband. The left waistband should be longer because it extends beyond the center fly on my design. At this point, I decided to go somewhere else. Funny enough, at the second place I went to, the back pattern got messed up again. They also didn't use the right seam allowance, and the back pattern had too much length. Finally, all the problems were resolved. But then, when we printed it, the lines on the pattern weren't straight. We ultimately got that fixed too. As a designer or brand, customers only see you, not any of the people that you're working with. So you've got to make the hard decisions of calling things out, finding other people to work with if things aren't done right. Stay tuned. An upcoming episode will go through my process for selecting a factory. You don't want to miss that. Thank you.